I'm in front of the 2024 Lexus TX 550. This is a plug-in hybrid. This is 3.5 liter V6 and it makes 404 horsepower. The MPG on average is 29. With a full charge, your battery is going to give you 33 miles of electric range. This vehicle will be available early next year, and I was one of the first people to get to drive it in Austin, Texas this week, and it is loaded with so many premium features. But in the driver's seat right now, I just want you to know I have every single thing I need at my fingertips. We have this beautiful 14-inch digital display. It is a color touchscreen and it has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. We also have a 12.3-inch digital driver information center in front of you that is customizable. You have a generous wireless charging pad, which I've gotten a lot of use out of, and it's not fickle at all. I put my phone on it and it charges perfectly without having to kind of mess with it. And if you don't want it to be in sight, you just push this tray forward and we actually have extra storage down here. One of the greatest parts of this design are these removable and customizable cup holders. One of the things, I was talking to the engineer and he said they know that Americans love their giant water bottles and their Stanleys and their Yetis and all the things. And so check this out. You have a huge space here to have all of your hydration at your fingertips. And if you only wanted one, or if you wanted to move this to the middle, these things are totally customizable, whatever works for your family. But I need two. You also have your armrest, which could open for both sides. So if you have a passenger who's resting his arm, driver opens their side, peeks in there, and vice versa. Just well thought out little details. We have 7 charging ports inside the TX. We also have, I think it's 12 cup holders, but we're gonna count those soon enough. You have your Pano View camera, or a bird's eye view, that helps see your surroundings. It helps with parking and all the things. We also have this touch sensitive steering wheel so that you can toggle on all your features, your music, your cruise control, and all those things, and they do show up in your head-up display, which is crystal clear and really helpful. We have our blind spot cameras in each mirror. These seats are mixed material. We have a little suede touch here. They are heated and ventilated in this trim level. We also have soft touch interiors and beautiful trim pieces and accents that just elevate the inside and set this apart from its sister vehicle, which is the Grand Highlander. It is on the same platform, but this is a more elevated premium Lexus experience, and you see it in little details. This car is unique. It wasn't an RX that got stretched. This is a brand new Lexus 3-row SUV. This particular model, the 550, is a 6-passenger vehicle. You can get an optional bench seat in the 350, and you would bring this up to a 7-passenger vehicle. One of the cool things you're gonna see when we get in the 3rd row is that it seats 2. They didn't try to stretch an extra person and like stick them in the middle. So again, it elevates this experience to have more of a premium, better headroom and better legroom. In the 2nd row, I really feel all of the extra length in this vehicle in the 2nd row. This comes with captain's chairs. You can get an optional bench in the 350. And the best thing about this, when you do have the captain's chairs configurations, you have this mini console that is removable. So it has an easy little latch pull, and you can store this in your garage or just get it out of here if you want a pass-through for people to walk to the 3rd row. Otherwise, there are 2 cup holders. Again, these are larger and removable, and you can configure them different ways. And if you can see right in here, this is where you could store devices, iPads, tablets, all the things, phones. And there's a soft touch little material here in the side, so you're not gonna hear it like rattling around and driving you crazy. So it kind of cushions it in there. It's just little features like that and little touches that have been given a lot of thought to in the engineering process. Again, you have these mixed material seats. There's 4 sets of lower latches and 4 sets of top tethers. So every seating position with the captain's chairs configurations have lower latches and top tethers. In the 2nd row, this trim level also has heated and ventilated seats. You can control your climate back here. We have extra storage for more devices, and you can charge 2 different devices here. We also have a traditional household plug right there in the middle. And as you can see, this seating position is almost all the way back, and I still have tons of legroom. In the 2nd row, we also have sunshades, so if you're driving baby, you can shade baby. Your vents are up top, which I do like that placement. It's up here with your reading lights, but the magic is happening in the 3rd row, and let me show you what it looks like back there. These captain's chairs are on rails, and there's a latch here where you can slide them way forward or more back, depending on who needs more legroom. And it also has a button on the shoulder here, which you can tap, and the car seat will slide so that you can get entry into the third row. In the third row, we have plenty of room for 2 passengers. Notice the way they've split this seat. Instead of trying to get an extra person in the middle, you have more comfort here. You have this wide seat base. Each person has a headrest. They also have a bottle holder and another bottle, cup, snack holder type thing. You have another area where you can have a device, a tablet or something like that, nesting comfortably. You have USB-C chargers for each person, vents up top and reading lights for each person, and these seats do recline. So if you needed added headroom, I already have plenty of headroom. I'm 5'7", and I'm very comfortable in here. This seat's all the way back. If you saw me move it on rails, it came all the way to the back position, and my knees are still not in the back of the seat, and I have plenty of headroom. But if you want to be a little more comfortable, you can recline these seats further back. One of the things the engineers were telling me is that this was tested with people that were well over 6 foot tall. They really created a third row for normal size humans. Some third rows are just kind of squeezed in and added in with no extra stretching of the vehicle, no extra interior cabin room, and so they're just seats that are a little bit useless at times. A tall person could fit in the third row of TX and be really comfortable. And then you have all the amenities back here that make it more of a Lexus experience, like the power seats, like the USB-C charging, and to make it easier to get in and out of the vehicle, each side has a hand grip and a palm rest. Notice also down here, instead of having exposed metal rails and that sort of thing, they're covered with some black material and rubber stripping, just as an extra thing so you're not stubbing your toe as you're coming in and out. There's been a lot of thought to put into the features that are inside of this premium cabin, and I really love it. I am comfortable in every seating position, and I really don't feel like they forgot the people in the second or third rows. In higher trim levels, you can get heated and ventilated seats in the second row, and you really have so many great things like at your fingertips no matter where you are and what you're doing. Charging, storing, drinking, eating, and a cute thing that they've also done here is to have a little tether for your seatbelt. So again, when you're entering and exiting this third row, you're not dragging this around with you and pulling it and having it get in the way. Another reason this third row is built and meant to be used. It's not just kind of arbitrarily here. And I can feel that when I'm in here. The other great thing about the TX is that it has 20.3 cubic feet of cargo space. So let's go check it out. You do have a hands-free lift gate. With the third row up, you can fit 7 carry-on suitcases right back here. This is larger than a carry-on. This is a medium-sized suitcase. I have my picnic basket, my backpack, and you can see we have tons more room if we needed to stack more luggage. The reason that's important, you can fit 7 people and all of their luggage. And I'm talking about the kind that goes in the carry-on bin on an airplane. So you have tons of cubic feet of storage, 20.3 in the back of the Lexus TX. In the back, we have power folding seats and a traditional household plug, which is one of 3 inside this vehicle. We also have illumination up top, which I love. So at night, I can see what I'm doing in the back. This is equipped with a hands-free proximity sensor. So let's say I have this huge thing that I'm getting out or all my groceries. All I do is kick and step away and the vehicle will close for me. Pricing for the TX 550 will be available later this year and the car will be on the ground shortly after that. If you want to see more Real Mom car tours, like and subscribe.